What's up, America? It's the Wolfman back with you. So, as many of you know, we just elected a new president. I'm excited for this. I personally was going for Trump, but that's not the point of this video. It didn't matter who you were going for. If you're going for Hillary, if you were going for Trump, if you were voting independent, Gary Johnson, whatever, whoever you're voting for, it doesn't matter. We followed the rules with the election, and we went through the process, the democratic process of voting by mass majority of people who we wanted in the highest office in this nation. And it doesn't really matter who you voted for. If you voted for Trump, well, hey, congratulations, you were on the winning side. If you voted for Hillary, I'm sorry, and I'm sure it's a loss that you feel. And I feel for you. I do, because I didn't personally want to see Obama get elected again, and he did. But what happened? The sun still came up the next day. The sun continued to rise. I continued to go about my life and continue to work and make a living, and that's just how it goes. All you people out there thinking, and I have to keep this in mind myself, because I was really excited for Trump to win the presidency, but this is something we all need to keep in mind. This isn't the be-all, end-all, either good or bad, to fix all the problems or just destroy the country. It won't. All you people out there who were voting for Hillary because you thought she was going to be the person that was going to really change this nation, and the same for you guys voting for Trump, who thinks that he's going to change everything in this nation. Okay, I foresee, as far as Trump is concerned, he might enact a lot of public works projects. He talks about fixing roads and bridges and stuff. And being a real estate guy, I see that as a very real possibility that he could actually do that in the time of his presidency, whether it's one term or two terms. Hillary, whatever she was going to do, I'm sure that there was a few things during her term or terms, whatever, one or two, that she could have done during that time. But the outlying social problems that we see today, that have in the last year or so erupted, such as racism and all this other stuff, that all of a sudden things we thought we had handled, problems we thought we had fixed, that apparently in some way, shape, or form have not been fixed, those will not go away just by voting one person or the other as president. Unfortunately, the damage, as far as that one's concerned, has been done. The damage has been done. And it's going to take a long time to fix it. And the best way we can start isn't by electing a new president. That's not going to fix the problem. The best way we can go about fixing this is to turn around and go, you know what? You and I may have differing opinions. We may not see eye to eye, but damn it, I respect you. And put in your hard work and your effort for the betterment of yourself, your family, your community, and the nation as a whole. If you want to see change, and I've said this before, if you want to see change in the nation, it's not for a president to decide and to do for you. It's for you to do. And I see a lot of these college campuses. UC Berkeley comes to mind because, let's be honest, it's one of the most liberal campuses as far as colleges are concerned. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing necessarily. I'm not trying to degrade anybody, because whether you like them, you love them, or you hate them, either way you stand on that, you have to admit that the people there are always looking for a way to better the nation, whether their ideas are a little bit askew or not. That's why we talk, that it's necessary for us to talk to people. That's why it's necessary for us to take in opposing viewpoints, and we try to find a middle ground, something that's going to help everybody. Maybe not all the things that you wanted to see happened, but at least you found a middle ground. And from there, we can go forward. So, all you people out there talking crap about Trump or Hillary, either way, I didn't agree with her on many different levels. I didn't agree with Hillary on a lot of different levels. But I don't hate my neighbor. Not literally my neighbor down the street. I don't know who they voted for, to be honest with you. I don't really talk to my neighbor much, so I don't know on that one. But what I mean is, if like one of my friends, I have some good friends of mine back home, and I've known them for a very long time. They were voting Hillary. For whatever their reasons were, they were voting Hillary. And I think a lot of it stems from the fact that she seemed to be more qualified for the position because that's what she's been doing for, her career was politics. So she might be have a little bit better insight into the job itself. Which, okay, fine. That may be their opinion, and that may be, as far as it being their opinion, it's completely valid. They have absolutely the right to have their opinion, and I do not hate them for it. I still look at them as some of my best friends, and I'll still invite them over to my house, and I'd still willingly go over to their house, and we'll sit down and throw down on some Cards Against Humanity or something like that, because they are my friends, and that has not ceased to change. They've been there for me in my life, and they've been loyal to me, and that has a resounding. That means, how do I put this? It has a resounding effect on me. Loyalty goes a long way, and you can be loyal to whatever party you want. But remember, that person is a human. That person is fallible as a human. We're all imperfect. But that's just how it is. The real change doesn't lie with the president. If you give the president the entire power to do anything in this country and make it any way they want to do it, you've resigned yourself to living in not a constitutional representative republic, which is what the United States is. It's not a democracy. Get it right, people. It is a constitutional representative republic. And that's not me making crap up. That's actual fact. But we use a democratic system of election. I don't want to go into that. I don't want to explain it. If you really want to get into that and understand all of it, go read a book somewhere. Because there's tons of books out there that will explain that. But my point is, if you give them the entirety of all the power in the nation to do make all these changes, it's not that anymore. The president is a representative for the people. Yeah, it's the most powerful office, and he holds this power of command and authority. However, he represents the will of the people to make changes for the better. And when we give all that power over to them, we've already resigned to that freedom and that liberty that people talk so fervently about, and they love so much. You've already given it up. That is effectively creating a king or a queen. The power lies with you guys, with the people, and we can't forget this. We cannot forget this. Whoever's in the presidency, laws will be passed. Laws will be passed, and all kinds of different things are going to happen. But to make this place better is by going along with the law of the land and doing your part to make it better, make life better. If you don't like the welfare system, get a job. The less people that are on welfare, the less we have to worry about it. Does that not make sense to you guys? If you're so worried, if people are so worried about the government providing all these different services, get a job. And I understand unemployment is a big issue, but this is why we've allowed in this country people to start their own businesses. That will stimulate the economy. It'll create jobs. There will be more money going to the economy, and therefore more money coming back to the individual people. You see how that cycle runs. I shouldn't have to explain this. If you can't find a job, which I've been there, I'm dealing with that myself. there's nobody telling you can't start a business. You don't have to have some 4-year degree in business management. You have to have a good idea and the drive to make it succeed. That's all you have to have. If you have that alone, there's no telling what you could do. The possibilities are unfathomable. They're endless. Sorry, I can't say that word today. The possibilities are endless. Sky's the limit, guys. But going back to the basics, all of this election, all the hoopla that's going on, it's, you know what? It still falls down to you as an individual. What work are you willing to do? Now, you were willing to make it to the voting booth. You were willing to cast your ballot. You were willing to stay up till the early hours of the morning dedicated to watching the votes roll in to see who the next president would be. Now, if you've got that much, if you're willing to do that much, maybe you're willing to do a little bit more. Not just sit around and cry and mope because your candidate didn't make it, or just throw endless parties that are going to bankrupt you because your candidate did make it. That's not helping anybody. Still, you got to get up, go to work, provide for yourself, provide for your family. I have to talk a little bit louder. I'm sorry, there's a train over here blowing its horn. But anyways, to all you guys out there that voted, congratulations. You did your duty to your country. You acted on your rights as a citizen of this country. And you showed America, and this is a good example. This is how this election went. It showed America how much your voice as an individual, how far that goes. It showed that. Trump was the underdog. He was. Whether you like to think it or not, he was. But he did it. Because the people spoke. He couldn't have done that without you guys speaking up and saying what you felt. He couldn't have done it. But he did. Because you spoke your voice. You let your voice be heard. That's what it really amounts up to. Now, take that effort and continue it. Keep pushing forward and make this better. Make this place better. Trump's campaign slogan. I love the slogan. A lot of people hated it. I personally loved it. Make America great again. Was America not always great? I think a lot of that falls to the individual opinion. In my own mind, America has always been great. America has been the home, my home. It was where I was born and raised. And I went right after high school during a time of war, stood up, raised my right hand, took that oath to serve this country, to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I do not regret a single day of it. I don't. If I had the choice to do it again, I would. So, to me, America's always been great. Nothing's changed in my mind. It has always been great. But can it get better? Absolutely it can. Can it get greater? Yes, it can. But that, again, falls on you, the people. Don't stand around waiting for a government handout and seeing what this next president is going to give you. Kennedy said it best. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. That's what it amounts up to, people. So, this has been one of the longest videos I've posted in quite a while. Kind of a political rant, I understand. I admit, but really it's geared more to empowering people. Every one of you out there has the power to make America the most wonderful place in the world. Not just for yourself, but I mean, yeah, obviously for yourself, but not just yourself, but for everybody around you too. It's actually a lot more simple than people would have you think. It's not all the decisions of the country isn't left up to one person, and that's where a lot of these media outlets have it all messed up. They would have you think that we, just signed our country away and now it's all going to go to hell. Not if the people take control and remember that they are the power in this country. and they are the ones to make the difference. So, I guess in closing, thank you to everybody who cast a ballot, everybody who voted, for doing your duty to the country. Your voice has been heard, and the majority of the people, well, they've made their decision. We've got our president, but it doesn't stop there, guys. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the work is just now beginning. We got a new president, and a lot of policies are probably gonna change. That you can bet on. But the question isn't how are those policies gonna affect you? The question is, what are you gonna do to make those policies work for you? And I don't believe we're looking at Hitler. We're not. I'm sure if we saw that, like a real, like absolute real Hitler, it would not work. There would be all kinds of chaos. But it's not the case, guys. Rioting in the streets, burning American flags. You should be, excuse me, guys, I don't usually do this, but you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You burn the American flag, you're burning a symbol of essentially yourself. That is not just a symbol of this country, it's a symbol of freedom, it's a symbol of every single person that lives here. All those 50 stars on there, they may not mean anything to you. To me, each one represents a state. And each of those states is representative of millions of people. You burn a flag, you are desecrating yourself, your family, your friends. That's a symbol of you guys and your life. That flag exists for you. Not for the president, for you. Don't talk crap about the nation unless you're willing to put in the hard work to change it. Just because Hillary didn't get elected doesn't give you the right to jump on social media and start talking crap about the U.S. The United States is made up of the people, not Hillary or Trump. Get it right. So, again, for all you guys who voted and made your decision, thank you for your service. Military is not the only people who serve the country. You as an individual citizen, you don't have to be a police officer or a firefighter or anything like that. You don't have to be anything like that to serve your country. You served your country today or yesterday, whatever, to have voted. And I thank you for it. Now, I challenge every one of you guys out there to take this either victory or loss, victory or defeat. Either way, either way it applies to you. I challenge you to take it, get up in the morning, just like you would any other day. Go out there into the world and continue working hard to make this country great. That's all I got. And again, I'm proud to be an American, and it's another great day in America as far as I'm concerned. You guys keep pushing forward, and I guess take it easy. We'll see you in the next video. Later.